Alright, so we're going to be replacing the skins on this seat. This is off of a 2017 Coachman. What is it, Thor? So this is the passenger side seat. The car has literally like 30 or 40,000 miles on it, and look at the seats, they're falling apart. There was some repair attempts on them already. And you know how these, what this brand is, I don't remember the exact brand that makes these. Like the material, it's super thin. Look at this, it just peels off. So we're replacing them with aftermarket brand. I had these custom ordered. They let you choose the colors inside, outside, the stitching colors. Then you could get perforated centers. There's a lot of options you could choose, and I think we paid like about $400 for these. I'm not gonna name the brand because I'm not getting paid by them or anything to do this review. So if they're gonna sponsor us, I'll definitely put their information on the bottom of the video for their website where you could order them. And they claim that these are real leather seats, and I'm not 100%, but they don't feel like regular vinyl, like the cheap stuff. They definitely do feel very sturdy, that they will last easily 10-20 years, not like this super thin material that falls apart if you sit on it. So this is what it looks like. There's a lot of creases because they were vacuum sealed in the bag when they arrived, and the whole process I think took like 2 to 3 weeks to get them. The shipping alone was like 5-7 days. And slightly different color obviously, but couldn't really pick something close to this as possible, but we just end up going with the neutral beige color. I don't like this color either way, so I'm happy with this color. So we're gonna show you how to take them apart and install them, and after pictures how it is. These are the backrests. There's the little handrest skins. So these are actual skins that you remove. You have to remove the old ones and install these in. There's a lot of options where they just throw them. They sell the skins that you just throw on top, and they never fit nicely. It's always just looks like garbage. So these are actually replaceable with the original skins, so it's gonna look a lot nicer and more factory look. I'm using a Phillips. Phillips as well. So these are the clips. So one wants to slide down, the other wants to slide up, so you kind of work with them, and that's what's holding it in place. We haven't done this seat in the before, so we're just gonna go see how it goes. And So we're gonna remove these rails right now. We're gonna separate them because we're having a hard time getting this piece out, and we're gonna have a hard time putting it back in. So these are held by 4 screws or bolts, and you're gonna have to unlock this, slide each rail back. They slide pretty easy. Just make sure you're sliding the black piece and unlock it, and then you're gonna have one right here, one right here. So total 4 holding the rail. It's a 10mm bolt. There you go. Yeah, this makes it way easier. So from the beginning, I think you just unscrew those 4 10mm bolts, get the whole lower section out. Yeah, it's way better. Again, we didn't do this seat before, so we're not sure how this one is. They're all different. There's a sensor harness on the bottom, right here. So that pops out. It makes it way easier, so it just pops off. So we're using long nose pliers, and this is going to be the back section. And just twist these little clips out to unlock them. Just don't pull it because you will rip them off from the foam. Just be really careful not to rip them out of these rails. These rails right here. And to install them back, we're going to be using zip ties. And we've done it in the past. It's so much easier than using these metal ring clips that's kind of ridiculous to put them back in. Obviously find the opening and make sure you unlock the opening, don't just twist it. So almost done with this one. And there's actually some broken ones. Like right there, there's a broken one right there. So I think this is from
Очень
factory.
много сломанных.
Bunch of leftover broken pieces. Because we're not breaking them, we're just twisting them out. Look at this. There's another one right here. This is how we're pulling them out, but yeah, there you go. That's the one we were pulling out, and this is a leftover from previous whoever did this before. Just make sure you take all of them out. You're gonna have more right here. There you go, more of these broken pieces. Look at that. Alright, so that was the last one. Okay. Just take all the old ones out. I'm doing my best to record how to lock these lock pieces in. I already cut myself, so just wear gloves that you can't cut yourself, because the edges are very sharp. Выпрыгивает чуть-чуть. Just make sure you have the right side. Match up the skins before. Trying to record it, it's a little tough, the angles. Trying to get you the best shot possible. So what you do is you line up the seat cushion as much as you can, then you poke a hole in the material and then run a zip tie. Don't tie the zip tie all the way down, because we're gonna do the other ones first, and then we're gonna tie them down at the same time. So I'll try to do this from the beginning. We're using this right here to poke a hole. Line it up as close as possible to the previous hole. And make sure you use good zip ties. Don't use the cheapest zip ties, because they stretch easily and they fall apart. So try to use some expensive ones, that way you're not gonna have to redo this. Okay, right here we're gonna do the center one. Cut all the zip tie leftovers so they're not in the way. Alright, so once you cut the zip ties off, make sure you twist these edges down, facing down, so they're not gonna poke through the seat in case. So always twist them down, so they're facing down. And there you go. Very clean. Easier to do than those metal rings. You flip them over so they're not in the way. That side is done. Okay, now we're on the other side. Just line it up. This is the last section that we're gonna do zip ties on. Flip them over. So some of the things will clip on to this part and the rest will clip on to that section. So we'll figure that out once. Okay, so that's where it clips on. So these little brackets or spacers, so we're gonna bolt this back to the frame. This will clip on here. So just keep that in mind. Don't forget to use these. So this is what it looks like after we zip tied everything, pulled it all in places as much as we can at this point. It looks a lot, well, obviously nicer, but the way they shipped them, they vacuum sealed them in the bag, kind of crushed all together. You get these creases out. But once, you know, the sun, you'll stretch them out, driving on them, this should go away. It's gonna look a lot nicer. It's just, this is how it is always with the new skins. They need some time to stretch out and some heat. So nothing to worry about. Fits really nice. Very happy with the product. The customer service is actually really good on them. They responded instantly to me and everything I wanted. They changed it, updated it right away, and I had to do a partial refund on them because the options I bought, I canceled them. We decided not to go with those options. They did the partial refund pretty much really quick, and a great company to order from. Alright, so now we're doing the backrest. We're not going to put the bottom portion in just yet because I think it will be easier without it.